I'm from Dearborn, Michigan, which is a predominantly Middle Eastern community. I went to Fordson High School. It's predominantly an Arab American high school. It's a beautiful school with a student body that cares very much about its school. And you can see that when you interact with the students and the faculty, that they care for the school, that they care about the school's history, that they have a lot of school spirit and pride in their background and in the community. I actually remember midway through my first semester getting a phone call from the financial aid office, and they had explained to me that a former graduate from Fordson High School, from the class of 1947, had started a scholarship program, and that I was to be the first recipient, which was a wonderful surprise and something I was not expecting at all. I remember when we had met for the first time, we had scheduled to meet in Dearborn, and our family had chosen the restaurant, a Middle Eastern restaurant in Dearborn that we really liked. And I was very nervous because I had no idea who I was meeting. They came in, Bill and Dee, and just seeing them, their presence was very warm and inviting, and I was still kind of nervous and shy. Getting up to introduce myself to them, I had outstretched my hand to shake hands and introduce myself, and he stopped, looked at me, and just stretched out his arms and said, "I'm a hugger." And that was when I knew that we were probably going to get along really well. Receiving the scholarship has absolutely impacted my life in many positive ways that I hadn't expected. It did a lot to motivate me to kind of live up to that honor and that privilege. It was an extraordinary opportunity that I hadn't expected and I could only hope for. And to have actually received something so generous from someone that you felt was investing in you, investing in you as just someone who's going to grow up to contribute to society in some way, is a really strong motivator. I feel that Mr. Brehm and Mrs. Brehm both have really felt connected to both the students and the families that they've gotten to know in the past several years. I think they have such a commitment to the community that Mr. Brehm is from, and I think that's just always something that's close to his heart. A lot of people at my high school were still really hesitant about applying to schools outside of the city, and so the three biggest schools that were considered for college were Wayne State, U of M Dearborn, and Henry Ford. And so there was a little hesitation to kind of branch further outward in that regard. And I think after this program was started, and with how it's expanded, we've been able to go back and speak with students and talk to them about our experiences and the problems that we face just in terms of reconciling cultural differences or expectations with regard to leaving home and kind of venturing out, while at the same time getting the education that we wanted to. If there was anything that I could say to Mr. Brehm, it would be that honestly I don't know that there are any words to really express how much he's done for me, how much of an impact he's had on me and my family on so many levels.